Hi, this is Mark from LoganFiles.com. Today we're going to be discussing Wolverine number 66, the Old Man Logan storyline. There's a lot to cover in this book. It was a very interesting book. The book starts with Wolverine crawling through the forest, all bloody, all tore up. Talks about the fall of the superheroes. We don't know exactly what happened that night, but basically it's caused Logan to become a farmer. Give up his superhero identity, and he now lives with his wife. We don't know who she is or if she has any powers, if she's a past superhero. It doesn't really explain any of that. But he has a son and daughter. The son and daughter have her name. The daughter's name is Jade, and the son's name is Scotty. Scotty may be a reference to Cyclops, Scott Summers, which would be very interesting that Wolverine would name his son after that. Wolverine riding a horse, so I assume that in this new world, 50 years into the future, in the United States, this wasteland that the United States has become, there's not much technology. It shows that Wolverine's riding a horse. He has some serial number on his collar, 00157. Don't know what that's in reference to. Also on his leg, there's a CP-X. Don't know what that stands for either. It's across his leg. I don't know if this means he was imprisoned at some point, if they are now tracking all individuals in this new world. Not sure about that. But Wolverine has basically become very passive. He's given up his animal nature. Something has been done to him, to the point where he will not fight anymore, and only Wolverine knows what happened that night. Hopefully we'll know in a couple more issues, but let's see. Basically Wolverine's having a little problem paying his rent to the Banner Gang. Banner Gang is Hulk's grandkids, or I would assume grandkids. I don't see Hulk in this issue, but there's the Hulk gang. They're all green, all ugly, and kind of funny looking actually. One's like a big brute, trucker looking guy. The other one's a skinny goth looking guy, and the other one is a female. She just kind of looks like I don't know, kind of like basically a hillbilly. She calls herself a hillbilly at one point, and she's nursing a kid as they come up and ask for the rent from Wolverine. Wolverine doesn't have it, so basically Hulk Gang's got to prove that they're running the place, and so they threaten Wolverine, and then there's this fantastic part where Wolverine kind of looks up at the big buff trucker guy, and he unleashes his claws and he just tears into this guy. I mean, basically rips him in half, right? So we're sitting there like, yes, yes, yes. Wolverine's already like going nuts. He's supposed to be this passive guy, but he's already going nuts. Problem is that's what he thought about doing. He didn't actually do it. What really happened is the Wolverine, passive Wolverine, takes his beat down so that the whole gang will leave him alone, and he has to come up with some rent. Otherwise, they'll kill his whole family. So there's our dilemma for Wolverine. He has to come up with some money for the rent from the whole gang. It shows Wolverine in this next part in bed. He's tore up. His healing factor obviously is way slower these days. He hasn't healed as fast. He's laying in bed, and a friend of his shows up, Hawkeye. Now Hawkeye has a proposition for him. Hawkeye wants to get him on a little job of his, and he's willing to pay Logan quite a bit of money. Hawkeye's willing to pay him $500 to navigate for him to get this package to the other side of the United States, basically. And Wolverine and his wife you know, decide that that's a whole lot of rent. That would keep the Banner Gang off his back for a very, very long time. So Wolverine decides to tell his family, you know, goodbye for now. We are going to see each other soon. Goes off with Hawkeye. Hawkeye happens to have the Spidey Mobile. I don't know how he acquired that, but he's got the Spidey Mobile. And Wolverine's the Navigator. Now Hawkeye, there's something I didn't mention. Hawkeye is blind, but yet he's driving the Spider vehicle. I guess that's not a big deal since the United States as we know it is gone, and it's basically a big wasteland. I mean, it's just miles and miles of desert, I guess. So not much chance of Hawkeye running into anything. But Wolverine's there, I guess, to let him know if he does. The other cool thing is the map of the United States you get. It shows the Hulkland territory, basically California, Washington, Oregon. You've got you know, the mountain states is all by the owned by the Kingpin. The whole center is basically not owned by anybody. It doesn't say anything, but it's all deserted in the middle. Doom's Lair is the next section. There's an area that's another part that doesn't really say who it belongs to, but Osborn City is in that area, so maybe the Osborns are controlling that. And then the whole East Coast, from Maine to Florida, is all the President's Quarter. So I guess the President's got his little section cut out for him. And so off they go in the Spider-Mobile. You know, this was a good issue. Kept me kind of intrigued. I don't know what the package is. You know, what is this package that's worth so much to get across the United States to the President's Quarter? Are they going to the President's Quarter? I don't know. To the President? I don't know. But this book sold very, very well. I've got the regular cover right here in front of me. That's kind of scanning through, tell you about it. They had a variant cover for Michael Turner. Too bad he's no longer with us, but he did a beautiful cover here. Wolverine with his horse. There was a sketch edition variant of that same cover. Very nice. Good job, Turner. And since it sold so well, they came out with a second print variant, which is that picture I showed you earlier with the Wolverine slashing the Trucker Hulk in half. Awesome picture. I mean, the reason they put this on the front cover is this is where every Wolverine fanboy was just like, yes! Yes! This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. But they went to a third print variant, which is just a sketch cover of the first cover. Very nice. Very nice. Kind of a goofy cover. It has, you know, the Wolverine, the Banner Gang right over here in the corner. Kind of a bunch of Hicks and stuff. Spider-Mobile, Hawkeye, Wolverine, and Wolverine's family. Then DF came up with their own book, their own cover. It's kind of a vintage cover there. This particular one is signed by Herb Trimp, which is basically one of the original creators of Wolverine, I guess the artist. Certificate of authenticity. So that's kind of cool. But that is it for Wolverine 66. I hope there's a lot of good stuff happening for Wolverine 67, and I'll be right here to review it for you.